Hello YouTube creators and subscribers, I just wanted to thank you all for tuning into my video. Today we're going to be going through some special bases that I supposedly found on the Google Earth program. And this is focused on Mars. So we're going to begin, and of course we have the Google Earth Pro or Google Earth open, and we have these different sightings, these different linked bases or weird objects on Mars. So let's go to the first one. The first one is base. We're going to go ahead and travel to the first one. Alright, so this first base, it's going to take a while for it to load. Okay, and then we're going to back up. So, let's see. It looks like this might have not been focused on Mars. So I'm going to skip that one for now. That could have been more geared towards the moon. Alright, so this is what I call gold. Now, it could be a reflection of the sun off a specific type of dust or material, like sand, that resides on Mars. It could be some kind of shiny metal or rocks that are based out of some kind of metal material. But what I specifically titled it is gold. So could it be some kind of gold on Mars? And what we're going to do is we're going to see if we could, there we go. We're going to adjust that. And now it could be very shiny rocks or the way the sun was hitting the rocks that day. But as you can see, if we back out, there's really no other shiny areas before that crater entry. Now there is some shiny material too at the lip of the crater on this area, and as you can see, the sun was obviously hitting it in that direction, and the shadow is created probably by this large mountain type terrain. Let me see if I can scroll around this area to see if that's could be proven. So like this area, I'm thinking this is either oil or some kind of black liquid or black sand, or it could be a shadow casted by this like crater mountain type area. This could be a steep drop off, but it seems very dark. It almost looks like oil. Alright, so back to the shiny golden like objects in this lip of this crater. So as we could see that the crater and the lip of it has these shiny rocks. Now, it could be sand, it could be some kind of unique material not known to Earth, but I think it was basically considered some kind of gold metallic. So if we back out, we could get one more good look at it. I'll scroll over into these areas that have also that shiny material. And then we'll go ahead and go to the next one. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It must have been something shiny, or it could have been, like I said, a specific type of grain of sand or dust that illuminated the sunlight to make it look like gold. Alright, so we have this strange ridge. Now, I just thought it was pretty peculiar to see this kind of ridge on Mars. It's perfectly straight as far as the landmass. And it looks like almost like some kind of very small hill. So this would be like a ridge that goes up, and on the other side of the ridge, shoot, it goes down. Not much to say about it other than that it was pretty strange when I came across it the first time. It could, of course, be caused by a asteroid or meteor that hit the ground and then it basically skid along the surface of Mars. But then again, it could be something else. And as we sort of browse around that general area, I would say this is a 20-mile, 30-mile radius. There is no other ridge or shape or structure that looks like that. So I think it's pretty peculiar. I would like to investigate further if that was if I had the capability to see what it really is. All right, so we're going to go to the next area. And the next area is shining. So this is also some kind of metallic sand that shines. I mean, it has like a golden look to it. And as we can see, the crater has this dark sand. That's probably where it got burnt. by the impact of the meteorite or asteroid. And then there's a bunch of different gold around it, or lights. So I would like to know your guys' opinion as to what you think it is. Could it be shiny rocks? Could it be some kind of like volcanic activity? Or could it be some kind of gold, or like a material that looks like gold? And as you can see, there's an abundance of it right here. And the sun was hitting in this direction, so the sun was sort of hitting southern, as you can see by the bright contrast of this area compared to this. So it looks like the sun was hitting it from over here. But my main question is, why are the materials that are before that crater, or the lip of it, where it's shining, why isn't that material shining? And why is the material inside the crater not shining as well? So it's something pretty suspicious, pretty peculiar to see something so shiny on Mars. That's doesn't look too natural. So we'll zoom into this area. It's very bright, as you can see. The sun must have been at very intense heat, and must have been hitting this area very hard. And if it's not the sunlight, then I just don't know what it is. So yeah, it's something shining. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the next area. Alright, so the next area we call a portal. Now this portal is very interesting. It's basically a perfectly shaped circle with a sort of labyrinth type entry, it looks like. And as we back out, it could be an impact from a crater or an asteroid, and the burn could have been so badly or so severe that it caused this blackishness around that area. But then again, it sort of looks like an entryway to some kind of portal underneath Mars. So, as always, I always like your guys' opinion and to see what exactly you think this is. Okay, we're going to go ahead and back out and go to the next one. Alright, so the next one is, what is this? So I titled this, what is this, because I didn't quite know what to call it. I just sort of was amazed at the kind of structures that were being created. But my hypothesis is that this is some kind of sand dunes created by accumulation of water or some kind of liquid substance and a lot of wind, and it creates these kind of patterns where it's sort of eroding the landmass or sand on Mars. But then again, I also think it could be some kind of growth, almost like some kind of trees, foreign trees or vegetation growth on Mars. It could also be some kind of base. I mean, it doesn't look very intelligently structured, but then again, it doesn't look like it's natural. I mean, I've never seen things like this on Earth, so I don't know how it was created. So as we look at it, take a few different detailed looks at these. So these look like shells and entryways, and then they sort of drag along towards each little strand. And it goes for miles. This must be, I would say, wow, that's at least 100 miles or something like that. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in the other areas and the other patches and try to see if we can get any other information as to what these landmass shapes are. Alright, so we got some more areas right here. So now in this area, I see different holes that are basically residing in the landmass on Mars. So it seems pretty interesting that it could be some kind of old passageway that might have been used in ancient times. I don't know if that's even possible, but that's one of the theories. So that's basically it for that area. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in, see if there's anything else. And I think we're going to go ahead and call it quits for today on this video. We do have a lot of other bases that we could look up on this Mars map, but I do want to try to keep these episodes as short as possible, so that way the content is jam-packed with a lot of important information and it gets right to the point. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. I thank you all for tuning into my video once again, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. And you have a good afternoon or evening.